Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to solve Cambridge IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Extended in a session February-March 2024 Paper 4-2. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1. A grocer sells potatoes, mushrooms and carrots. Part A. A customer buys 3 kilograms of mushrooms at this per kilogram and 4 kilograms of carrots at this per kilogram. Calculate the total cost. Okay, the total cost. So 1 kilogram of mushroom is this much. What about 3 kilograms of mushrooms? 3 kilograms of mushroom plus 4 kilograms of carrots. This would be the total cost. Alright, let me calculate 3 times 1.04 plus 4 times 1.28. This is 8.24, $8.24. Right. Now for part B, in 1 week, the ratio of the masses of vegetables sold by the grocer is potatoes, mushrooms, and carrots are 11, 8, and 6. Number 1, work out the mass of mushrooms sold as a percentage of the total mass. Alright, the mass of the mushroom is 8. The mass of the mushroom is 8 divided by the total mass. The total mass is the sum of all 11, 8, and 6 as a percentage, so times it by 100. 11 plus 8 plus 6. This is 25. So 8 over 25 times by 100 is 32%. 8 out of 25 times 100. This is 25%. All right. Now the second part, the total mass of potatoes, mushrooms and carrots sold is 1,500 kilograms. Find the mass of carrots the grocer sells this week. Okay, so in that particular week the mass of carrots is 6. So we have given the total mass of potatoes, mushrooms and carrots sold is 1,500 kilograms. And in 1 week, the ratio of the masses of the vegetables sold by the grocer, these are the ratios. So we have to find the total ratio as well. So from here, the total ratio is a sum of 11, 8 and 6, and that is 25. We already done. All right. So the total mass is 25, the ratio is 25, and this is equals to 1,500 kilograms. Right, we have to find the mass for the carrot. The carrots are 6. If 25, the total ratio is equals to 1,500, what one ratio equals to 1,500 over 25 kilograms? This is the one ratio, and the carrot ratio is 6. What is 6 equivalent to? 6 is equivalent to 1,500 divided by 25 multiplied by 6 kilograms. Simplify 1,500 divided by 25 times it by 6, which is 360 kilograms. All right. Now for the next part, the profit of the grocer makes selling 1 kilogram of carrot is this much. Find the total profit the grocer makes selling carrots this week. Okay, the profit the grocer makes selling 1 kilogram of carrots. If 1 kilogram of carrots, the profit is $0.75, and we have to find the total profit the grocer makes selling carrots this week. We know that the mass of the carrots the grocer sells this week is this much. So what about 360 kilograms of carrots? This would be the total profit, which is 360 and times 0.75, and that is the total profit. All right. So 360 times 0.75, this is $270 in that week. Now for part 4, on the last day of the week, the grocer reduce the price of 1 kilograms of potatoes by 8% to this much. Calculate the original price of 1 kilogram of potatoes. Let us suppose the original price of 1 kilogram of potato is X, right? So 8% is the reduction in that price. The grocer reduced the price of 1 kilogram of potatoes by 8%, and this is gonna be the reduced price. So from the original price, you have to subtract the 8% of the original price, and this would be equals to $1.15, right? From original price, subtract the reduction. The reduction is 8% of the original price. This would be equals to that much. So let me solve for x, which is 1 minus 8 over 100. This is 1.15. Simplify. 1 minus 8 over 100, which is 0.92. So here we have x into 0.92 equals to 1.15. So x would be equals to 1.15 over 0.92. 1.15 divided by answer, this is equals to 1.25. So $1.25 is the answer. All right. Now for part C, the grocer buys 620 kilograms of onions correct to the nearest 20 kilograms. This is in kilograms, this is in kilograms. So whenever we have correct to the nearest, we have to find the upper and lower bounds. For upper and lower bounds, we have to divide this quantity every time by 2. So 20 by 2, this is equals to 10. Okay. So now we have to find 620 upper bound and the lower bound by adding 10 and by subtracting 10. When I add 10, this would be 630, and when I subtract 10, this would be 610, right? He packs them in a bag, each containing 5 kilograms of onions correct to the nearest 1 kilogram. Kilogram and kilogram, same unit, so this is 1 by 2, which is 0.5. So in 5, we have to add 0.5 and we have to subtract 0.5, and this would be 5.5, and when we are subtracting, we have 4.5. Now these are the upper bounds and the lower bounds. Keep in mind, this is the upper bound, this is the lower bound, this is the upper bound, and this is the lower bound. All right. Now calculate the upper bound for the number of bags of onions that he packs. Okay, so the grocer buys 620 kilograms of onions and he packs them into a bag, and each bag contain only 5 kilograms of onion. If one bag has 5 kilograms, the second bag has another 5, so 10 kilograms are packed. Then the third bag, 15 kilograms are packed. Fourth bag, 20 kilograms are packed. So how many bags of onions we need? Okay, so to find the number of bags of onions, we have to do in 620, we have to divide it by 5. Now the question is, we have to find the upper bound. So for the upper bound, 620, we use the upper bound of 620 and 5 lower bound, the denominator's lower bound we are going to use. All right, so for this, the upper bound 620 is this much and the lower bound of 5 is this much. So in 630, we have to divide 4.5. 630 divide 4.5, the answer is 140. 140 number of bags of onions that he packs. Question number 2. A, B, C, and D are the points on the circle. A, B, C, and D. ADX, and BCX, these are the two straight lines. And angle BA and D, this is angle X. And the angle DC and DCX is angle Y, right? Now part A, explain why x equals to y. These two angles are same. Give a geometrical reason for each statement you make. Okay, so the first statement I'm gonna make is, as we know that B, C, and X, this is a straight line, right? So this whole angle is angle is equals to 180, right? So we can say that angle y and angle BCD, right? B, C and D, this is equals to 180 degrees. And the reason is angle at a straight line is 180. That is the reason, right? Now let's make the second statement. Now from here we know that B, C and D, this would be equals to 180 degree and minus y. All right. Now let's make a second statement. As we know that, now for the second statement, as you can see, A, B, C, D, they makes a cyclic quadrilateral. This is a quadrilateral inside the circle. And we know that opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilaterals add up to 180. So the opposite angle is this and this angle. They add up to 180 degree. So we can say the opposite angle x degree and the angle B, C and D, this add up to 180 degree. And the reason is angles in a cyclic quadrilateral adds up to 180 degree. All right, now from here, what is BCD? BC and D angle is 180 degree and minus x degree. All right. Now let us compare both equations, the first one and the second one. We have BCD and BCD. So from here we can say 180 degree minus y degree equals to 180 degree minus x degree. Cancel the 180 degree. So we can say minus y equals to minus x, or we can say angle x equals to angle y. So this is the reason why x equals to y. Okay. Now for part B, show that the triangle ABX is similar to the triangle CD and X. To prove that two triangles are similar, we have to prove that all three angles are equal. All right. So what is ABX? This is ABX, this triangle, and CDX, this triangle. All right, so the first thing first, we have already done this angle A and this angle C, they are same. X is the common angle and one more angle is left. So AB, this angle B and angle D, this is also the same. Okay, so the first reason is we can say X equals to Y, or we can say the angle BAX, this is equals to BAX, DC and X, right? And the next reason is we can say X, angle X is same, AXB, this angle is equals to CXD. We can say so the reason is X is the common angle in both triangles, right? So the third angle is also same. The third angle is ABX, this is equals to CDX. Third angle is same. So all the three angles are same, right? So we can say since all three angles are equal, this implies triangle ABX is similar to triangle CDX. Now for part C, we have AD, which is 15 centimeter. Where is AD? You can see A to D, this is 15 centimeter. D to X is 9 centimeter. So what is the whole length? 15 plus 9, sorry. 15 plus 9 is 24. So the whole length of A to X is 24. This whole length AX, this is 24 centimeter. And we have C to X, this is 12 centimeter. All right. Now the question is, find BC. B to C, this is the length. We have to find B to C length. Okay, since the two triangles are similar, we have already done in part B. So it means the ratios of their corresponding sides are equal, right? So let me draw the both of the triangles separately to visualize the situation, right? Okay. So the first triangle is ABX. Here we have A, this is B, and this is X. What we have given? We have given AX, which is 15 plus 9, this is 24, right? Now the second triangle is CDX. This is C, this is D, and this is X. We have CX, which is 12, and we have DX, which is 9. All right. And what else we have given? X is the common angle, as you can see, right? And this A, this angle, and this C angle is same. So obviously B and D is also same. Okay. So the triangles are similar. The ratios of the corresponding sides are equal. We have to find B to C. B to some C's over here. This length we have to calculate. All right. So if I can work with BX. BX is the opposite angle of A. So the length BX, right, is opposite of A, and this length is DX over DX. This ratio is equals to the given length, which is 24, opposite angle of B, which is 24, and this opposite angle is 12. All right. Okay, so BX is missing, okay, and we have D to X is 9. So BX is equals to 24 over 12 multiplied by 9. All right, let me simplify this. 24 over 12 multiplied by 9, that is 18. So D to X, this is 18. What is D to X? In the diagram, D to X is BX is BC, CX. So BX is B to C plus C to X, which is equals to 18. We need to find what is BC. BC would be equals to 18 minus CX. 18 minus CX. CX is given, which is 12. So 18 minus 12, this is 6. So 6 centimeter is the length of BC. Okay, now for the second part, complete the statement. The ratio area of the triangle ABX and ratio area of a triangle CDX is some ratio and ratio 1. Missing and 1. We have to find this one. All right, let's work on the area of the triangle. These are not right angle triangles. So which formula we have to use for the area of the triangle? So the formula we are going to use, area of triangle is half AB sine C. This formula I'm going to use here, right? Okay, let's work on it. So for this triangle ABX, so first area of triangle ABX, this is half. Okay, so we have BX, we have done with BX, this is 18, B to X is 18. We have AX, we have BX, and the angle X. Okay, the two sides and the angle between them. So the The two sides are 24 and 18 and sine of angle x, right? And what is area of triangle CDX? These are the two sides, 12 and 9, and the angle x is common, right? So we can say 12, 1 by 2, 12 into 9 sine x. Simplify. 12 times 18 divided by 2. This is equals to 216 sine x. And 12 times 9 by 2, this is 54 sine x. Let's convert it into the ratio. So we can say the ratio, area of the triangle ABX, ratio area of the triangle this, right? So 216 sine x and ratio 54 sine x. So we have to cancel the like things. Sine x is cancelled with sine x. As we know, this area of this triangle, its ratio is just 1. So we have to make it 1. So here we are left with 216 ratio 54. How can we make this side 1? We have to divide it by 54 on both sides to make it 1. Okay. So what is 216 over 54? This is 4. So the answer is, this is 4 and ratio, this is 1. So 4 ratio 1. Question number 3, part A. The table shows information about the marks obtained by each of 10 students in a test. The marks and the frequency. The sum of this frequency should be 10. Number 1, calculate the range. Range is the difference between the higher and the lower. The higher value, subtract the lower value. Okay, so which one is the higher? The highest frequency is 4, 1, 2, 1, 0, and 2. So the highest frequency is 4 and the lowest frequency is 0. So the highest one, sorry, we are not dealing with the frequencies, we are dealing with the marks. Yes, so the highest marks is 20 and the lowest marks is 15. So we can say 20 take away 15, which is equals to 5. So the range is 5. All right, the next part, calculate the mean. Mean is sum of fx over total. This is sum of fx divided by the total number of students. So the total number of students are 10, right? Okay, so this is f and this is my x. Now let me find the product of f and x. 4 and 15. 15 times 4 is 60. 1 times 16 is 16. 2 times 17 is 34. 1 times 18 is 18. 0 times 19 is 0. 2 times 20 is 40. Okay, put this into the formula. 60 plus 16 plus 34 plus 18 plus 0 plus 40 divided by the total number of students are 10. Okay, add them up. 60 plus 16 plus 34 plus 18 plus 40 divided by 10. 16.8. That would be the mean. All right, now the next question is part 3. Find the median. Okay, so for median, I do not have much space over here. So let me use a separate sheet of paper to solve for the median. As you can see here, the number of values, this is even. So we have to use the formula for even to find to calculate the median. We have to use the even formula. Okay, median. When n is even, since number of students are 10 and 10 is an even number, so the median formula is, median would be, the formula is n plus n by 2th term plus n by 2 plus 1th term, right, and divided by 2. All right, now n value is, we have given, which is equals to 10. So 10 by 2 plus 10 by 2 plus 1 divided by 2. So this is the fifth term, and this is fifth plus 1, sixth term, divided by 2. So when we have fifth, 4 plus 1, this would be 5. When we add 4 plus 1, this makes 5. So 4 plus 1, this is equals to 5. So we have 5 at the frequency when the marks are 16. So the fifth term is 16 plus the sixth term when we have a number 6, the frequency is 6. So this is 5. 5 plus 2. 5 plus 2 is 7. So it lies over here in the frequency of marks of 17. So add 17 and divide it by 2. So this is 16 plus 17, 33 by 2. This is 16.5. So 16.5 is the median. So let me write this down. This is 16.5. Now for part 4, write down the mod. Mod is the most highest frequency or the most repeated frequency. Yeah. So as you can see, the highest frequency is 4 and it is at marks 15. So 15 is the mod. Now for part B, Paulo's mean marks for 7 homework task is 17. After completing the 8th task, his mean marks is 17.5. Calculate Paulo's marks for the 8th task. Alright, first thing first. So we have given the mean marks, right? So the mean marks is 17 and the formula for the mean marks of 7 homework tasks is sum of 7 homework tasks divided by 7, right? When we add the sum up 7 homework tasks and divided by 7, we will get the mean, which is equals to 17. So from here, 17 times by 7, this would be, I cross multiplied. 17 times 7 is 119. So 119 is equals to the sum of 7 homework tasks. Let's say this is equation 1. All right. Let's move forward. After completing the 8th task, his mean is this. Okay. Now the mean is 17.5 and this mean is sum of 7 homework task plus 8th homework task divided by 8, right? So after completing 8th task, his mean marks would be this. This would be the mean, and the formula of mean is sum of 8th homework task divided by 8. So in the sum of 8th homework task, we can say sum of first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Till 7th, we have already the first equation and the 8th task. We have to find the marks for the 8th task, right? Again, cross multiplied. 17.5 times by 8, 140. So 17.5 times it by 8, this would be equals to 140 and this would be equals to sum of 7 homework tasks. This is 119 and plus 8th task. We have to find the marks of the 8th task. So this is pretty simple. So for the 8th task, we have to find from 140, we have to subtract 119. Shift this term other side. 140 minus 119, this is 21. So 21 marks for the 8th task. Now for part C, the table shows the percentage scored by each of 100 students in their final exams, the percentage and the frequency. On the grid, draw the histogram to show this information. So for histogram, we need the percentage and the frequency densities. All right. So the formula for the frequency density is frequency density is equals to frequency divided by the class width. So what we have the frequency. This is F, frequency. Now what is the class width? The class width of the interval between 0 to 30 is just 30. Between 30 and 50, it is 20. 50 to 60, the width is 10. 60 to 70, the width is 10. 70 to 100, the width is 30. All right. Now let me find out the frequency density by doing frequency over the class width. All these frequencies divided by the class width. 12 over 30. Okay, 12 divided by 30. This is 0.4. 18 over 20. 0.9. And 35 over 10, this is 3.5, and 20 over 10 is 2, and 15 over 30 is 0.5. Now we have the frequency densities. Between 0 to 30, the frequency density is 0.4. 0 to 30 is over here. 0.4, 0.1, 2, 3, and 4 is over here. Okay. Between 0 to 30, the frequency density is 0.4. Now from 30 to 50, 0.9. 30 to 50, 50 is over here. This is 0.9. All right. Now the next is from 50 to 60, 3.5. 50 to this 60. Here is 3, right? And here is 3.5. Okay. The next one, 60 to 70, the frequency density is 2. 60 to 70. The 70 is over here. This is just 2. All right, so 70 to 100, 0.5, the last one. 70 to 100, it is 0.5, the middle line between 0 and 1. Okay, that's the histogram. Question number 4, part A. The diagram shows a pyramid with a square base B, C, D, E. B, C, D, and E. This is a square. So 12, 12, 12, and 12. Keep in mind the base is a squared, right? Now the diagonal CE. C to E is the diagonal and B to D is the diagonal. They intersect at the point M. And the vertex F is directly above M. So this is directly above. So this is at the right angle. Okay. Now this is 12 and this would be 9 we have given. Now part 1, calculate the volume of the pyramid. So the formula we have given, the volume of any pyramid with the base area A and the height h is 1 by 3 times by the base area times by the height. All right. So the volume of this pyramid is 1 by 3. What is the base area? The base is a squared. So the base area is 12 square times by the height. Height is just 9. Right? So simplify this further. 3 times 3 is 9. So 144 times by 3 because 12 square would be 144. Simplify, sorry. 144 times by 3 is 432. 432 centimeter cube. Right. Now moving to the second part, calculate the total surface area of the pyramid. So the total surface area of the pyramid, as you can see, the pyramid has a squared base. So the area of the square is side times side. 12 times 12 is 144. And it has a triangle BFC. BFE, EFD, DFC. So there are 4 triangles. So area of 4 triangles and the area of the base. Okay, so we have the area of the base. Now for the triangle, we have the base, but we don't know the height of each triangle. So area of the triangle is half base times height. So let's work on the height. Okay, so consider this. We have a cube, this is a, the base is squared, right? So if I consider this the diagonal, so the square has all four sides which are 90. So this is a 90 degree, this is 12, this is 12. Let me work for what is EC. Okay, I'm working for EC first. It's one of the diagonal. E to C is one of the diagonal of the square. This is 12 and this is also 12. Let's work on the hypotenuse. It's a right angle triangle, so to get the hypotenuse, what we're gonna do, apply the Pythagoras theorem. The hypotenuse EC square is equals to 12 square plus 12 square. So what is EC? Is square root of 144 plus 144. Okay, 144 plus 144 is 288 and square root of 288 is 12 root 6. This is root 288 and this would be equals to 12 root 2. E to C, this is 12 root 2. So we have done with 12 root 2. Okay, and there is a midpoint of EC. M is the midpoint of EC. So this length is 6 root 2 and this length is also 6 root 2. E to M is 6 root 2, M to C is 6 root 2 and the whole length is 12 root 2, right? Now we have this length, M to C, we have M to F. Let me work for this. This is my next step. Consider this triangle. M, F, M and C. This is also right angle triangle. We have MC, we have FM. Let me draw this triangle over here. Okay, so M vertically above is F. This is a right angle. We have this height is 9. M to C we have done, which is 6 root 2. Let's find what is FC. Again, Pythagoras theorem. FC square is square root, sorry, not the square root right now. We have 9 square plus 6 root 2, it's square. So what is FC? FC would be square root 9 times 9 is 81 plus 6 root 2 square divided by 2 and it's square. This would be 72 and 81 plus 81 and square root is equals to 3 root 17. So this length is 3 root 17. FC, this is 3 root 17. All right, so we have BC. Now let's move back to the area of the total surface area, which is the base area, which is square. So area of a square, we have the sides of the square, we can easily find out its area, and we have 4 triangles as well. Area of a triangle is half base and height. We have the base but we don't know the height. Okay, so if I draw the straight line from here, it makes a right angle. So work for the height. Let me show you. Okay, what I am doing here. From F to, okay, BC. Okay, so we have this triangle. Let me extend and show you guys what exactly I'm gonna do. I am working with this triangle B, F and C. Okay, so we have B, F and C. We have FC, which is 3 root 17. We have BC. BC is 12. So this side is 6, this side is 6 to make it 12. Let me work for the height of this triangle. It is a right angle triangle. So height of this triangle is the hypotenuse, its square, equals to the height square and 6 square. So 3 root 17, its square, minus 6 square and the square root, this would be the height. Let's work on it. Okay, 3 root 17. Oh, sorry. Square is this much, minus 36, because 6 square is 36. 117. So root 117 and take its root. 3 root 13. 3 root 13. This would be the height of this triangle. Now let's find out the total surface area. Total surface area is the base area, which is 12 times 12. It's a square. So area of a square is side times side. Plus we have 4 triangles, half, base and the height. So what is the base of each triangle? Base of each triangle is 12. This triangle base is 12, this triangle base is 12, this triangle base is 12, this triangle base is 12. So the base of each triangle is 12. And what is the height of each triangle? This would be the height of each triangle, which we have done, which is 3 root 13. All right. Let me simplify. 2 times 6 is 12. 3 root 13 times by 6 times by 4 and add 144. 403.59, or we can say 404 if I round it to 404 centimeter square. Now for part B, the diagram shows a toy made from a cone. This is a cone and a hemisphere. A cone and a hemisphere. It's a toy. The base radius of the cone and the radius of the hemisphere are both r centimeter. The radius of this cone and the radius of this hemisphere is same. The slant height of the cone is 3r centimeter. The total surface area of the toy we have is 304. The total surface area we have given. Calculate the value of r. So what information we have given? The curved surface area of a cone with the radius r and the slant height l. The curved surface area of a sphere with the radius. All right. So the total surface area is basically equals to the curved surface area of this cone and the curved surface area of this hemisphere. We have curved surface area of cone plus curved surface area of hemisphere. All right. So the curved surface area of a cone is pi r l, and for hemisphere is 4 pi r square divided by 2, because this is for sphere and for hemisphere we have to divide it by 2. And the total is given 304. So 304, this is equals to pi, the radius is same and the slant height is 3r plus 2 pi, the radius is same, which is r square, right? Okay, now for this simplification we have 304. We have to work for r, yes. So 3 pi r square plus 2 pi r square, which is 5 pi r square. 304 equals to 5 pi radius square. 304 divided by 5 pi, this is my radius square. And to get the value of radius, we can do square root of 304 over 5 pi. Let me simplify. Okay, 304 divided by 5 pi, and the square root of answer, this is 4.399. 4.399, or we can say 4.4 centimeter. That would be the radius. Now question number 5, part A1, factorize this. So for factorization, 1 times 12 is 12. Factors of 12. 3 times 4 is 12. And break the midterm. 3 minus 4 is equals to -1. We have to make the midterm -1. So x square stays the same. Minus x would be 3x minus 4x. This becomes 3x minus 4x minus 12. All right, now let's take x common. We have x plus 3, -4 common, x plus 3. So the factors are x plus 3 is the factor and x minus 4 is the factor. X plus 3 and x minus 4. This is a factorized form. Now for the second part, we have to simplify this. The denominator is done. In the numerator, we have to use a formula of difference of square. A square minus b square is a plus b into a minus b. Now what we have? We have x square and we have 4 square. Because x square minus 16 is x square. This is x plus 4 and x minus 4. Right? So we can say this is x plus 4 and x minus 4. The factors of the numerator and the denominator term is exactly the same, and we have done the factors, which is x plus 3 and x minus 4. So we can cancel the like factors. You can see x minus 4 is the like factor, cancel it out. So the simplified answer is x plus 4 over x plus 3. Now for part B, we have to simplify. So open the square using the formula a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square formula. So as we know, a plus b whole square is a square plus 2ab plus b square, and the formula of a minus b whole square, which is a square minus 2ab plus b square. All right, this is a minus b. A is 2x and the b is 3. The first term is 2x its square minus 2a and b, the first and the second term, plus the second term square, minus the first term square plus 2 into first term into second term plus the second term square. Here we have a plus b whole square formula I'm going to apply. So this would be equals to 4x square. 2 times 2 is 4 and 4 times 3 is 12 minus 12x. 3 times 3 is 9 minus this is x square plus 2x plus 1. And this is going to be 4x square minus 12x plus 9 minus x square minus 2x minus 1. So 4 and minus 1, this is 3 x square. Minus 12 and minus 2 is minus 14x. 9 minus 1 is 8. Alright, now the second part is, let's see, write as a single fraction in its simplest form. Cross multiply. 2x plus 4, this is going to multiply with the denominator x minus 3. Minus x is multiplying with x plus 1. The denominator is the same, which is x plus 1 and x minus 3. Alright, so this is 2x with x, 2x square, 2x with 3, minus 2 times 3 is 6x, 4 with x it's 4x, 4 with 3, 4 times 3 is 12, minus x with x is minus x square, minus x with 1 is minus x, divided by, okay, it's a 4 marks question, so it is better to simplify the denominator, or this is your choice, keep the denominator as it is in the factored form, or you can just use a distributive property in the denominator, but you have to show all your steps to get the good full marks. Okay, x square coefficients, 2 minus 1 is just x square. X coefficients are minus 6, 4 and minus 1. Minus 6 minus 1 is minus 7. Minus 7 plus 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, negative 3x. And the constant is just minus 12. And the denominator is x plus 1 and x minus 3. So this would be the simplified answer. X square minus 3x minus 12 over x plus 1 and x minus 3. Now for part D, expand and simplify. So let's expand the first two, x with x minus 5 and negative 3 with x minus 5. And the last bracket 2x plus 1 stays the same. This is x square minus 5x minus 3x and plus 3 times 5 is 15. This with 2x plus 1. This would be x square 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 8x plus 15 with 2x plus 1. Now distribute 2x. 2x with the bracket x square minus 8x plus 15 and distribute 1 with the bracket x square minus 8x plus 15. So this would be 2x cube 2 times 8 is 16x square. 2 times 15 would be 30x. Times by 1, all the terms stays the same. Further simplification, we have just one cube term. These are the two x terms. Minus 16 and plus 1 is minus 15x square. These are x term. From 30 take away 8 is 22. So 22x and 15 is the constant term. Now for part E, solve the simultaneous equations. You must show your working. It's a linear and it is a quadratic. Okay. Let me multiply my first equation. Multiplying it by, make it 9, negative 3. So minus 3x, minus times minus is plus, 3 times 3 is 9y, and minus 3 times 13 is 39. 3 times 13, 39. Minus 39, this becomes my first equation. The second equation stays the same, 116. Now let me add up the two equations so we can get rid of this y. 2x square minus 3x, this becomes equals to 116 minus 39 is 77. Or 2x square minus 3x minus 77 equals to 0. That is my first equation. Now let me apply the quadratic formula over here. X is equals to negative of b plus minus square root b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. This is my a, this is my b, and this is my c, right? Now x would be equals to negative of b plus minus square root b square minus 4 times the a and the c divided by 2 times of a. Simplify this further. X is equals to 3 plus minus square root 3 square is 9. Negative times negative is positive. 4 into 2 into 77 plus 616. 2 times 2 is 4. Add 9. 25 is the square root. X is equals to 3 plus minus 25 over 4. Okay, 3 plus 25 by 4. X is equals to 7, or x is equals to 3 minus 25 over 4 minus 11 by 2. These are the two x values, right? Okay, now let me get the y values when x is equals to 7 or minus 11 by 2. Let's solve for the y's. Okay, so in which equation? Let me solve it by the linear. It is better. So substitute into the linear equation. X minus 3y equals to 13. Minus 3y equals to 13 minus x. Okay, so y would be equals to minus 13 over 3 minus x over minus 3. So I'm dividing by minus 3 throughout the equation. This becomes minus 3 is in the denominator. So y equals to x over 3 minus 13 over 3. Substitute the values one by one. So the first value is, y equals to x is 7. X is 7 divided by 3 minus 13 over 3. The denominators are same. So 7 minus 13 over 3 minus 2. This is equals to negative of 2. Now the next is y equals to, x value is minus 11 by 2 over 3 minus 13 over 3. Okay, minus 11 by 2 over 3 minus 13 by 3. Minus 37 over 6. Minus 37 over 6. Negative 37 over 6. So you can keep the answers as a fraction or you can convert them into simplest form. Both are correct. Because in the marking scheme these two numbers are in the mixed number. So if I convert it into the mixed number, so 2 times 5 is 10, 1 by 2, so minus 5, 1 by 2, 6 times 6 is 30, 6 times 6 is 36, and 1 over 6. Mixed number is also correct, or in the fraction is also correct. Marks will not be deducted. Question number 6. The diagram shows a triangle ABC, ABC with AB 17.2 centimeter, and angle ABC is 54 degrees and angle ACB is 68 degrees. Now calculate AC. Okay, A, B and C. We have AB, okay, and we have this angle, okay, the two angles of the triangle and one side. Let's solve for this side, AC. AC, its front angle is B, and AB, its front angle is C. Law of cosine we can apply over here. Law of sine. So AC and the front angle is sine of 54 degrees. This is this side 17.2 and its front angle is 68 over sine of 68 degrees. Okay, pretty simple. Solve for AC, which is 17.2 multiply sine 54 degrees over sine 68 degrees. Make sure your calculator is in degrees. Sine 54 divide sine 68 times 17.2, 15.00, or we can say 15 centimeter. Now for part B, M lies on BC. M is a point which lies on BC. Okay. M to C is 12.8 centimeter. Calculate AM. Okay. A to M we have to calculate. Okay. From part A we have done AC, which is 15. Consider this triangle A, M and C. This side, and the angle between them is given. Finding this side, we have to the front side of the angle, applying law of cosine here. Law of cosine. Okay, so the front side is AM, its whole square, equals to the two sides are 15 square and the other side is 12.8 square, minus 2 into 15 into 12.8, and cos of the angle between the two sides, which is 68 degree. Okay, cos 68 multiply 12.8 multiply 15 multiply minus 2 add 12.8 square add 15 square. So AM is square root of 244.991. Square root of answer 15.65, or we can say 15.7 if I round it centimeter. This is AM. This is 15.7 AM. Now for part C, calculate the shortest distance from A to BC. Shortest distance is always a perpendicular distance, right? From A to BC. This is BC. Let me draw the shortest distance. This is the shortest distance, which is a perpendicular distance, right? We have this angle, we have this side. Let me solve for this. Applying, this is a right angle triangle now. This shortest distance, considering this A, this, let's say O and C, it's a right angle triangle. Okay, apply the ratio this side. Angle opposite we have to find, and hypotenuse we have given. So use a ratio for sine, which is opposite over hypotenuse. Let's say this perpendicular distance is x, opposite is x, and the hypotenuse is 15. So we can say sine 68 degree opposite over the hypotenuse. X is 15 into sine 68 degrees. Sine 68 multiplied by 15, 13.90 this would be 13.9 centimeter is the shortest distance. Question number 7, part A. We have a vector P and a vector Q. Part 1, find 3Q. The vector Q is going to multiply with 3. So 3Q is 3 times of minus 4 and 5. This becomes 3 into minus 4 and 3 into 5. 3 times 4 is 12, so minus 12. 3 times 5 is 15. Right. The next is, the A part of the second is, find P minus Q. So P subtract Q. The P vector is 8 and minus 5, and subtract minus 4 and 5. So this is 8 minus minus 4. Minus 5 subtract 5. So here we have 8 plus 4 and minus 5 minus 5. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and this is negative 10. Now for part B of second is magnitude of P minus Q. So magnitude of P minus Q is equals to square root of the x component square plus the y component square. So 12 square is 144 and 10 square is 100. It is 244. 12 square plus 10 square, square root of answer, which is 2 root 61 or 15.6. Okay. Moving to part B, in triangle OMN, O, M and N, O is origin, O to M is A, O to N is B. S is the point on MN such that M to S and the ratio S to N. This is 5 and this is 3. 5 plus 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. The total ratio is 8. This is 5 by 8 of Mn and this is 3 by 8 of Mn. Okay, so what is Mn? M to N, M to O and O to N. M to O is minus A and this is B. So this is 5 by 8 of B minus A and this would be 3 over 8 of B minus A. So this is basically B minus A. Okay, find in terms of A and or B the position vector S. Give your answer in its simplest form. The position vector S means we have to work for OS. What OS is? So the position vector of S, O to S, follows the path OS, ON and S. We have ON, which is B, and N to S is opposite, minus 3 by 8 of B minus A. This is B minus 3 by 8, B plus 3 by 8, A, because negative times negative is positive. Okay, and this is 1 and this is minus 3 by 8. 1 minus 3 by 8, 5 by 8. So A is 3 by 8A and the B is 5 by 8B. Question number 8, part A. On the axis, sketch the graph of y equals to 4 minus 3x. So convert it into y equals to mx plus c form. Y equals to minus 3x plus 4. Okay, so what C? C is the y-intercept. And in this case, my C value is 4. My y-intercept is 4, right? Now the next part is, what is M? M is the slope. This is my rise over run. And M in this case is negative 3, or we can say 3 minus 3 by 1. Or we can say 3 over minus 1. Both are correct. Okay, so let's draw this straight line. Just rough sketch. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right. The y-intercept is 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's say this is the y-intercept. The slope is minus 3 over 1. So rise can be up or down, and run can be left or right. So the rise is 3 units down, 1 unit, 2 unit, and 3 units down. And the run is 1 unit to the right. So 1 unit to the right over here. This point is 1, 1. That is the sketch for the line y equals to 4 minus 3x. Now for part B, on the axis, sketch the graph of y equals to minus x square. Right? So let's make a table of values for x and y. Okay. When x is 0, x is 1, minus 1, 2, minus 2, 3, minus 3. Okay, when x is 0, y is 0. When x is 1, 1 square, minus 1 square. Okay. It's 2. 2 square is 4. 2 minus 2 square is also 4. 3 square is 9. So minus is outside. 3 square is 9 and minus is outside, and so on. Okay. Let's fix this. Okay. This is in centimeters, right? X is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The y values are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. When x is 0, y is 0, this point. When x is 1, y value is minus 1. And when x is minus 1, it's this. When x is 2, y is negative 4. Here x is 2. The y value is negative 4. X is minus 2. The y value is negative 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and minus 4. These are minus 1s. And at minus 4, this is minus 4. This becomes minus 4, and so on. Let me sketch this. It's a parabola. The opening is downward. Okay. This would be the shape of the parabola. Alright. Now for part C1, find the coordinates of the turning points of the graph you must show you're working. Coordinates means we have to find the x and the y. Turning point is the stationary point, right? For turning point or stationary point, we have to take the first derivative of the function and put this equals to 0. So the 10 derivative, constant term derivative is 0. 9x square derivative is 2x. Minus 2 is a constant, x cube derivative is 3x square. So this would be equals to 2 times 9 is 18x, and minus 2 times 3 would be 6x square. Now for the stationary points, or we can say the turning points, what we're gonna do, we have to put the first derivative equals to 0. So 18x minus 6x square, this should be equals to 0. Okay, so you can take 6 and x common. Okay, so 6 times 3 is 18 and minus x equals to 0. So the factors are 6x equals to 0 or x 3 minus x equals to 0. So from here 6 is not equals to 0, x is equals to 0 or x is equals to 3. Right, so we have two x values, 0 or 3. X coordinate is 0, x coordinate is 3. So let me solve the corresponding y coordinates by substituting the answers into the curve. Y would be equals to, when x is 0, 10 plus 9 into 0 minus 2 into 0, cube or square. So this is just 10. The y value is 10. Right. Now y would be equals to 10 plus 9 when the x is 3, 3 square minus 2, 3 cube. This is 10 plus 9, 3 square is 9 minus 2, 3 cube is 27. Okay, simplify this. 10 plus 9 times 9 minus 2 times 27, 37. Right. Now for the second part, determine whether each turning point is a maximum or a minimum. These are the two turning points. The first is 0, 10 and the other is 3, 37. So these turning points, to check the nature of this turning point, you have to show how you decide. Okay, so for the nature of turning points, we have to take the second derivative, y double prime. Okay, so y prime is 18x minus 6x square. 18x derivative is just 1. Minus 6 is outside, x square derivative is 2x. So this is 18 minus 12x. This is the second derivative, right? Now to check the nature, what we're going to do, and the second derivative, substitute the first turning point, which is 0, 10. X is 0, y is 10. 18 minus 12 into 0. So this is 18. This is greater than 0. So this is a minimum stationary point. So the minimum, which point? 0, 10 is the minimum stationary point, right? Now the next step, you have to take the second derivative, put this the next turning point, 18 minus 12 into 3. Okay, this is 18 minus 12 times 3, negative 18. Negative 18, this is less than 0, so this is the maximum stationary point. So the minimum stationary point is 0, 10. Maximum stationary point is 3, 37. So these are the nature of the stationary points, or we can say the turning points. Question number 9, part A. Jenna and Kamal each invest $8,000. So this is an investment. At the end of 12 years, they each have $12,800. Okay, so this is the investment, the P value. The T is 12 years, and the amount after the end of 12 years would be $12,800. Number 1, Jenna invests in an account that pays a simple interest at a rate of R% per year. Calculate the value of R. It's a simple interest. So use a formula for simple interest, which is A equals to P into 1 plus the interest rate into T. Right. All right, so amount is 12,800. Investment is 8,000 into 1 plus interest rate is R over 100. Time is 12 years. Okay, just simplify, you will get the answers. So 12,800 divide 8,000 is 8 by 5. 1 to 800 over 8,000. This would be equals to 1 plus 12 over 100 into R. This is 8 by 5 and this is going to be 8 over 5, or in terms of decimal 1.6. So we can say 1.6 subtract 1, this is 12 over 100 into R. Subtract 1, this is 0.6. Multiply the reciprocal of 100 over 12, this would be R. Multiply by 100 and divide it by 12. So this 5 is the R. So the interest rate is 5%. All right. Now for the second part, Kamal invests in an account that pays compound interest at a rate of R% per year. Calculate the value of R. So let's use a formula for the compound interest. So compound interest has a formula which is A equals to P into 1 plus R to the power T. That is the compound interest. So amount is same, 12,800. Investment is same, 8,000. 1 plus interest rate over here is capital R over 100. And the amount of years are 12, right? So we know that 12,800 and divided by 8,000, this would be equals to 1.6. We have already done this. 1 plus R over 100 whole power is 12. Okay, so this is 1.6. Let me take the power 1 over 12 on both sides. 1 plus r over 100. Okay, so we can say r over 100. This becomes 1.6 to the power 1 by 2, and shifting the minus 1 on the other side. So r would be equals to 100 is multiplying with this 1.6 power 1 by 2. If 1 by 2 is basically a square root. Now simplify. Root of 1.6, subtract 1 times by 100. This is, sorry, I messed up. It's not 2, it's a 12. So power 1 by 12, we have a power. My bad. I was also thinking why it's square root. Okay, so 1.6 to the power 1 over 12, subtract 1 times by 100. This is 3.99. So the interest rate is 3.99%, or we can simply say 4% is the interest rate. Now for part B, the population of a city is growing exponentially, exponential growth at a rate of 1.8% per year, right? The population is now 260,000. Find the number of complete years. We have to solve for the time from now when the population will first be more than 300,000. Okay, so exponential growth has a formula: P equals to P naught into 1 plus I the power of T. Okay, so the population now is 260,000, and we have to find the number of complete years. Solve for T from now, means the now should be this P, P equals to P naught, sorry, P equals to P naught. This P is this population. I messed up. This P is the population 300,000, and the initial is 260,000. 1 plus interest rate is 1.8%, and we have to solve for the T. Simplification, we can say 300,000 divided by 260,000 equals to 1 plus 1.8 over 100. The whole power is T. Okay, 3 zeros are cancelled out, 1 zero is cancelled out. 30 over 26, which is 1.15. 1.154, if I round it, you guys can see 1.15, and this is rounded to 4, and this would be equals to 1.8 over 100, and add 1, this becomes 1.018. 1.018, and this whole power is T. Okay, now let me take a log on both sides to solve this equation. Okay, so take the log. We can say log of 1.154 equals to T log of 1.018. So log 1.154 over log 1.018, this becomes the T. Okay, log 1.154 divided by log 1.018. The T is, so this T would be equals to 8.021. Okay, T. Now the question is, find the number of complete years from now when the population will first be more than, is greater than 300,000. When the population is more than 300,000, so the number of complete years would be, this is 8 point something, so we can fix this 9 years. Because the question says more than, when it says exactly 300,000, then you can pick that number of complete years would be 8. But if it is more, then you have to pick the next integer. Question number 10, the table shows some values of this function. We have x and y. Complete the table when x is negative 3, when x is minus 0.5, and when x is 1. Okay, so let's use a calculator. Minus 2.5. Okay, fix 2 into negative 3. X is negative 3, its whole cube, plus 6 into negative 3, its square, and we have negative 2.5. Okay, 2 into x cube, x is minus 3, and plus 6 into x square, and we have minus 2.5 at the end. Minus 2.5. The next is when it is 0.5. Just replace x with minus 0.5 minus 0.5. This is minus 1.25. And when it is 1, it's 1, 1. This becomes 5.5. Okay. Now for part B, on the grid, draw the graph of the function when x is between negative 3 to 1. Okay, negative 3, negative 2.5. X is negative 3. The y value is negative 2 is over here, and negative 2.5. This is 2.2, 2.4, and 2.5 is over here. Negative 2.5, it is 3.7. Negative 2.5. Negative 2.5 is over here, and 3.7 is at the top. 3, here we have 3, this is 3, right? Now we have to move 3.75. Okay, 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, and 3.75. Negative 2, it is 5.5 at minus 2. The value is 5.5. This is minus 2. Here we have 5, 5.2, 4, and 5.5 is in the middle. The next is negative 1 and 1.5. Negative 1, it is at, sorry, I skipped 1, I guess. Yes, I skipped this one. Negative 1.5 and 4.25. Negative 1.5. Okay, it is 4. This is 4. And this is 4.2 and 4.25. Okay, minus 1, 1.5, minus 1. It is 1, 1.2, 1.4, and 1.5. Okay, negative 0.5. When x is minus 0.5, this, and the y is also negative 1.25. Downward, negative 1, negative 1.2, negative 1.25. The next is when x is 0, the y is minus 2.5. What's 0? 2.2, 4, and 2.5 is over here. The next would be 0.5 minus 0.75. This is 0.5. And we have negative, it is downward, 0.75. 0.2, 0.4, 0.8. This is 0.75 is in the middle. At 1, it is 1.5. Okay, 1. 5.5, sorry. This is 5, 5.2, 4, and 5.5. Okay. Let me join all the points to get the smooth curve for this. And make sure your curve passes through each and every point. It's a cubic function, you can see. Okay. This would be the shape of the curve. Now moving to part C, it says draw the suitable line on the graph, solve this equation. All right, let me solve this equation. What equation we have given in the question? 2x cube and plus 6x square. You can see 2x cube plus 6x square. This we can say y when we shift this term plus 2.5. When I'm shifting minus 2.5 on the other side of the equality, this has become 2x cube plus 6x square, right? So we can use this 2x cube plus 6x square according to the equation which is given in the question is y plus 2.5. Just substitute this value over here. So this is y plus 2.5 and this becomes equals to 4.5. So from here y would be equals to 4.5 minus 2.5. this becomes 2. So the suitable line, so the equation of line which we have to draw is y equals to 2. This line we have to draw. Here is 2. So let's draw this. Y equals to 2. Okay, that's the straight line. Okay, now we have to solve this equation, find out the solutions as well for this. All right, so the first solution you can see is this point. The next one and the third one. Okay, so this solution is 2 minus 2.5 is this. Okay, this is negative 2.5, right? This is negative 2.6, negative 2.65. Negative 2.65 is the solution. The next solution is, this is negative 1. Negative 1.1 is over here, right? So we can say negative 1. This is negative 1.1, but it is before. So negative 1.05 is fixed. Negative 1.05 is better. Yeah. The next is, this is 0.5. And this becomes 0.6, 0.7, 0.75. All right. Now, part D, the equation has exactly 2 solutions. Write down the possible values of k. This has exactly 2 solutions. This is basically equals to y. So y equals to k. At what k value? It has 2 solutions. Okay. As you can see, when you draw y equals to 2, it has 3 solutions, right? So we have to find the possible value of k. At y, you can draw at y this line. You guys can see when we draw this line, it has 2 solutions, and this line is, I guess, 5.5. Yeah, it cuts the curve at 2 point. So the k value is 5.5 is the first solution, or at the bottom as well. When you draw, it would be have 1 solution. This is 2 point something. Let me check. This will gives you 2 solutions. Cuts the curve at 2 points. Yes. So this is negative 2.24. This is 2.5 minus 2.5. Yes. When y equals to minus 2.5, it has 2 solutions. Question number 11. We have the function f, g, and h. Number A, find g f of 2. G. And what is f of 2? G, the f of 2 is 1 over 2. And what is g of 2? 3 into 1 by 2 minus 5. And this becomes 3 by 2 and minus 5, minus 3.5. All right. The next is find g inverse of x. For g inverse of x, you have to put y equals to g of x. Switch the variables, x equals to 3y minus 5, and solving for y. X plus 5, this would be 3y. And from here, the y value would be x plus 5 over 3. X plus 5 over 3. This is my g inverse of x. Now for part B, find in its simplest form g x plus 2. G of x plus 2. X is replacing with x plus 2. 3 into x minus 2. Sorry, x minus 2 and minus 5. So 3x, and 3 times 2 is 6 minus 5. 3x minus 11 in its simplest form. Part C, find the value of x when f g of x is equals to 0.1. All right, so f and g of x is 3x minus 5. This is equals to 0.1. Now f of x is 1 over x. So 1 over 3x minus 5 equals to 0.1. 1 over 0.1, this becomes 3x minus 5. We have to solve for x. So 3x minus 5, this becomes 1 over 0.1, 10. So 3x would be 10. Shifting the 5 becomes plus 5. So 3x is equals to 15. And x is equals to 15 over 3. 3 times 5 is 15. So the x value is 5 in this case. Now for the second part, h of x, which is 2 to the power x, minus g of 7, which is 3 into 7 minus 5. This is equals to 0. Okay, so 2 to the power x minus 3 times 7 is 21, and take away 5 is 16. So negative 16, this is equals to 0. 2 to the power 4 is 16. Yes. 2 to the power x minus 2 to the power 4. This is equals to 0. 2 to the power x equals to 2 to the power 4. When the bases are same, you can compare the powers. From here, x value is 4. Question number 12, part A. The diagram shows a circle of radius 12 centimeter. This is 12, this is 12. With this sector removed, one sector is removed, and whose sector angle is 50, and what the other sector angle is. The whole circle is 360 degree. From 360 subtract 50 degree, this is 310 degrees. This angle is 310 degrees. Right. Calculate the parameter of the remaining shaded shape. This shaded shape, we have to find the parameter. So for the parameter is a sum of all sides. This side is 12, this side is 12. We have to find this side as well. This is basically the arc length, right? So parameter is sum of all sides, which is 12 plus arc length. Okay, now let me solve for the arc length. So what is the arc length? Arc length has a formula. Since this is in degrees, so the degrees formula of arc length is theta over 360 degree into 2 pi r. Theta is 310 over 360 degrees into 2 pi, and the radius is 12. Just calculate it. This is 310 over 360 times by 2 times by 12 and times by pi. This is 64.93 if I round it to. Substitute it into the first equation. So we can say the parameter is 12 plus 12 plus 64.93. This added to 12 plus 12. This is 88.93, or we can say 88.9 centimeter. All right. Now for part B, the diagram in part A shows the top of the cylindrical cake. This is the top of the cylindrical cake, okay, with the slice removed. This slice is removed from the cake. The volume of the cake that remains, the remaining volume is 3510 centimeter cube. Calculate the height of the cake. All right. So let us visualize the situation. This is a shape of the cylindrical cake when one slice is removed. So as we know that the volume of cylinder is pi r square h. So this pi r square is basically the area of a circle. Area of circle, the top circle, and you have to multiply it by the height. Okay, now since this is not a circle, this is a sector of a circle, this becomes a sector. Now how can we find the volume in this case? Now in this case, the volume of the cylinder volume of this cake becomes area of sector multiply by height. This would be the remaining volume. All right. So as we have given the remaining volume, which is 3510, this is area of a sector is theta over 360, and pi r square and multiply it by the height. So 3510, theta is 310 degree over 360 degree. Pi, the radius we have given is 12, and the height we have to solve because we have to find the expressions for the height. Let me do this. So we have 310 over 360 times it by pi and times by 12 square. This is 124 pi. So 3510 equals to 124 pi and the height. So 3510 divided by 124 pi, this would be the height. Okay, 3510 divided by answer. The height is 9.01, or we can say 9.01, or rounded to 9 centimeter is the height of that cake. Alright, so that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.